Wraith. My name is Barbara, and today we are tackling Jurassic World Evolution 2. Once again, we're going to be taking a look at Update 4. I just have to find my streams. There we are. And share it with people. Copy the link. In the meantime, enjoy this walking Ankylosaurus. Figured I'd give you guys something. While I take care of this.
Can't sit around and wait for Regina. If it comes online, we'll figure something out.
See if I can get you to stop by. See if I can get you to stop by. That should do for now. Okay, so before we begin with all the changes in Update 4, I wanted to also talk about the Late Cretaceous Dinosaur Pack, which I hope is the last dinosaur pack that we get for a little while, and unless we get like a Lost Creatures of Jurassic World Dominion pack with like a Atrociraptor and stuff, because we're nearing 100 dinosaurs, and I think that will be fine for a little while. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Anyways, but we have to talk about the 4 new beasties that are here. And we don't even have to go that far in the species viewer because you can see 3 of them here. We'll start with the one that has me the most excited, the most hype.
Alamosaurus.
Because finally I can stop using Dreadnoughtus as a frickin' placeholder for this thing. Alamosaurus was one of the last sauropods from the late Cretaceous period. It died out with Tyrannosaurus and was even a contemporary of T-Rex back in the day. It is a Saltosaurid, this is the first time we've had a Saltosaur, which is a Saltosaur, our first Saltosaur that we have. The original Saltosaurus itself is from South America and is pockmarked with these giant osteoderms, which you can see along Alamosaurus's back, just past the neck. These creatures are huge, up to 80 tons, upwards of 90 feet long. Alamosaurus was one of the largest dinosaurs that North America has ever seen. And this thing may have been hunted by T-Rex. We're going to take a look at its colors now. First by having the pattern go blank to take a look at the base colors. And we'll just be using the Jurassic World filter just to make things simple. We have Death Valley, which is its default. And then we go to Great Sandy Desert, Champlain Valley, Salar del Huasco, Limpopo River, the Quillian Mountains, the Yukon River, Svalbard, the Amazon Rainforest, Gambia River Basin, Mangrove Forest, and the Sonoran Desert. Now, this guy's actually fairly colorful for a sauropod. I'm going to go with Amazon Rainforest. Now, this is the default Rana pattern. However, this is Rana, this is Chalcorana, this is Lithobates, this is Pulcharna, Papyrana, and Pelophylax. You can see some banding that is kind of hard to see, admittedly, but the real big example is that half sail on the Alamosaurus's neck that changes various colors. Yeah, this is just another sauropod, but the fact that I finally have this thing means that I can finally have accurate late Cretaceous herbivore exhibits alongside part of the update, which I'll try to cover as much as I can, but I don't actually have the notes on me this time, so I apologize. Also, it's look at it laying down. Look at him laying down! He's so cute! For being the size of a building. Oh, and he's going for the noms. Oh, that's cute. Next up, we have our third Australian creature, which has me pretty happy. Australovenator. I have a hard time saying this thing's name.
Australovenator.
Thank you. This is one of the most colorful dinosaurs in this pack and is our first Megaraptor. Now, Megaraptors were first known by the South American Megaraptor itself, because it was at one time believed that it was only known from one enormous claw that was thought to be a foot claw that gave Megaraptor its name, because it was believed to be, I kid you not, a relative of Velociraptor bigger than Allosaurus. Imagine a Velociraptor 30 feet long and weighing up to 4 tons. That's what they originally thought Megaraptor was. Now, Australovenator here, or Australovenator here, is a pretty good model for what Megaraptors probably actually looked like, based off of new remains and a complete arm of the group being found, where that giant claw was actually on its hand. This thing was known as the cheetah of its time, one paleontologist described it as, for being quite lithe in build and believed to be unnervingly fast. Its default body color is mangrove forest. Let's quickly just get rid of this. This is its default body color, mangrove forest. Here is Gambia River Basin, and then we have Sonoran Desert, Death Valley, Great Sandy Desert, Champlain Valley, Salar del Huasco, Limpopo River, Quillian Mountains, Yukon River, Svalbard, which makes this thing kind of look like a miniature Indominus Rex, and Amazon Rainforest. Highly exciting stuff, at least for me, because of how flippin' colorful this animal is. Now let's take a look at patterns. Here is Rana, Chalcorana. I'm going to get him to stop moving for a second once I get him in a good pose. There. Chalcorana, Lithobates, Pulcharna. There goes a book. Papyrana, and Pelophylax. Again, all of these crazy color patterns on this dinosaur. You should color it yellow with dark spots. Let's see. So we got Chalcorana here. Oh, Wretched Spute, you are a genius. This is the closest I can get in this, but with the right color grading. Oh yeah, like this. That totally makes it look like a cheetah. I frickin' love this. That looks so frickin' cool. Now watch it run. Running. And then here it is lying down. You can see the... if I change the lighting a little bit... hold on. There we go. You can see the big honking claw that gives the group its name. Now we have the one pterosaur they added, Barbarodactylus. Despite appearances, this is not a relative of Pteranodon. This is actually what is known as a nyctosaur, a group of pterosaurs that are widely believed to have basically been constantly in the air, very rarely coming to land. So imagine my surprise when I see they gave this thing basically a pterosaur-esque crest, but on closer inspection, you can see kind of the nyctosaur antler shape. Nyctosaurus in particular, and most nyctosaurs, are known for having these weird antler branch-shaped crests. They kind of look like big L's. And it looks like the Frontier team decided to recover it with a speculative skin flap covering up the L shape. Which, you know, I was harping on these guys before, but now that I look at it, I actually really like that piece of speculative addition. Pretty cool. Here's Mangrove Forest, which is its default. Gambia River Basin, which is ungodly pink. Hold on. Thank you. Is it still going to be ungodly pink? Not so. Not quite, but still. It's Pepto-Bismol pink. Sonoran Desert, Death Valley, Great Sandy Desert, Champlain Valley, Salar del Huasco, Limpopo River. Thank you for the red versus blue reference. Limpopo River, Quillian Mountains, Yukon River, Svalbard, and Amazon rainforest. Okay, you can't argue with me. This is definitely like that weird shade between pink and purple. Also, this just makes it look grayscale. Like a Svalbard blank just looks grayscale, like an old dino toy that has had all of its paint lost. So we'll use it as the base for the patterns and stripes and colors and such. This is Rana, its default. Chalcorana, Lithobates, Pulcharna, Papyrana, and Pelophylax. So Rana plus Mangrove Forest, that is its default. The last one we're going to take a look at is a marine creature, the Styxosaurus. This is a cousin of Elasmosaurus that was almost as big, and I gotta say is probably my favorite of the plesiosaurs. I really do like it kind of has kind of a thicker feeling to the neck than most of the other creatures, and while it's still kind of goofy looking in the neck, it's not as abhorrent as Elasmosaurus. Its default is Salar del Huasco, and this thing has a fun little surprise, but we will get to that in a little bit. So its default is Salar del Huasco, and then we have Limpopo River, Quillian Mountains, I'm going to get you to stop moving, Yukon River, Svalbard, Amazon Rainforest, Gambia River Basin, Mangrove Forest. Cat, you should not be going outside. It is thundering and lightninging out. Sonoran Desert, Death Valley, Great Sandy Desert, and the Champlain Valley. Now we come to the patterns. Amazon Rainforest. Okay, let's do that. Now let's take a look at its colors, its alternate patterns, which are these. Oh yeah, it kind of does. Plus it's Amazon Rainforest, so it's quite appropriate. So this is the default pattern, Rana. These really beautiful stripes and camouflage patterns. Then we have Chalcorana, Lithobates, Pulcharna, Papyrana, and Pelophylax. Now, here's where it gets fun. I'm going to put it back on Rana, and I'm going to turn the lights off. So this is kind of midnight Styxosaurus, right? Well, check this out. Starting from Pulcharna, it glows in the dark. It's not bioluminescent like the Parasaurolophus lux, where it turns on or off during the day or at night or what have you. But yeah, this thing glows in the dark with specific patterns. And it's not just Pulcharna. You have Papyrana. And then we have Pelophylax. Yep. Good way to lure fish over. Plus, just look at this thing in the dark. Oh my goodness. It's so pretty. I'm sorry. This ended up being one of my favorite animals as soon as they said bioluminescent. I'm like, excuse me? A bioluminescent plesiosaur? And then, well, they didn't just give us green. They gave us yellow and blue. I have to admit, they're all my favorites, but man, Papyrana, especially in the dark like this, like, play animation, hide UI. Like, look at that! It's just glowing stripes! The body itself doesn't even glow. It's just the stripes. And then, oh, that is wicked. I just noticed. Look around where the eyes are. They glow. Look at that. It's like it's got glowing eyes in the dark. Oh, man. Styxosaurus is probably my favorite creature out of this pack. $8 American well spent. Okay, let's get you into the light though, because in the light it still glows. So if I chose Pulcharna, it still kind of glows, but it doesn't really glow as much because of the bright light. But yeah, Styxosaurus, man, super sweet. All of the creatures in the late Cretaceous dinosaur pack are, in my opinion, slam dunks. My least favorite is Barbaradactylus, and it still has something really cool that made me like it. But Australovenator is really nice Megaraptor representation and Australian representation in one fell swoop. That was close. Sorry, there's a thunderstorm here in the middle of September, which is very odd, very unusual. But yeah, that's all the new creatures. Let's take a look at the new stuff that we got. Is it a dry storm? I don't think so. It's just flashing lightning, no booms at least, which is nice because less terrifying for me. I've learned that there's a bunch of stuff that has not been told about in the patch notes. So first off, there's new dig sites for the new creatures is one thing. New buildings, I don't think there's actually any brand new buildings, I think. Like, if I'm missing anything, it's just... yeah, it would just be like, I would have to research them in a tour in order to get their entries, but I've already built them before. Building upgrades, nothing new here. There is a new location. Oh wait, that's just Sierra Nevada. No new ailments, no new paleobotany. But what we do have that's new... What is new? Oh, is it gonna... Okay, so it gave us the Pyroraptor one. But it's not... Yeah, so this is where Quetzalcoatlus is found. And Dimetrodon. No, that's actually where Dimetrodon is. Okay, so this is all the Dominion stuff. Okay. But what we do have that's new is a new genetic mod. I can't apply this in sandbox mode, but we have the comfort gene. Dog DNA. Dinosaurs with the accommodating trait have a higher tolerance for poor territory and environmental needs. What fun! I've not been able to put it into a sandbox. I did test it in a sandbox earlier, but no such luck. But here we are. Now comes some of the really big changes. Sandbox mode got a huge overhaul. In fact, one wretched dispute. Where would you like to go? Canada, Germany, the United Kingdom, the northwestern U.S., the southwestern U.S., Nublar 93, San Diego, Site B. Hello, Titanic! Does Dog DNA make dinosaurs a fluffy good boy? Important question for science. It makes it more tolerable to poor territory conditions, so kind of? I think the one you were looking for is docile, which is just a random trait some critters have. Canada! Alright, let's go. So, in Canada, you'll notice the sandbox menu has changed considerably. It's no longer you're scrolling down through menus looking for stuff. They put it into 5 categories, and you can alter them from there with some notes about the area in question. So, if we do... So we have custom, creative, standard. We'll just do custom. And we can choose our eras as always, because unlike the PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, and PC versions, you can't have all the blends. So let's just do Jurassic Park style. And that's for the basic settings. Meh, I've never seen this. Fair enough. Well, now, trust me, this is a massive improvement from the old style. Now, dinosaurs, this is the next tab. And they've improved the no egg failures thing, in that it actually works now. In that you can either have it so that you play with the odds, see how the dinosaurs are odds out, or guaranteed maximum egg batches for all species. I'm going to grab my cat because this is getting ridiculous. You're not going outside. Come here. No. He stays here. Don't protest. The disease level, injuries, starve, dehydrate, lifespan changes, dinosaur status checks. These are all... Why is my cat trying to run off? He likes to be outside, but there's a storm outside, so he's not allowed outside. No. You stay here with the stream. Anywho, what was I looking before? Right. You can tweak dinosaur vehicle aggression however you would like. Let's turn that off. The dinosaur send summon system can be tweaked. And here's some of the new settings. Negative gene modification. So now I can give a dinosaur negative genes. We'll be testing that out. I didn't test any of this. There's now also... YouTube decided your stream should be played at 144p. Now I can actually see what's going on. See, I hate that you kind of have to, like, force it. Infinite gene modification points, pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to have this enabled at the start. I just want to test this negative gene modification thing first. Unlimited traits is also a thing. I'm going to keep that disabled, but presumably this means modify the hell out of everything. Dinosaur cohabitation changes too. So everybody likes each other, nobody dislikes each other, or just normal. We're just going to do that. Go to gameplay. Contracts off. Oh, cool. I remember. Oh, yeah. This is another thing. It will remember your settings from the last time you played through. So if you like to play a specific way, because this does take longer to set up, it'll just remember. And thus you will not... and you will not have to go back and readjust them over and over again if you like that particular setting. Task time, operation building limits, nothing new there. Unlimited power, unlimited fuel, I'm going to turn that on. Invincible vehicles, I'll turn that on. Sabotage difficulty, basically how easy it is to get sabotage, but that's kind of irrelevant if you don't have scientists. Instant construction and destruction, I'm going to take that. This is one of those things that it's like, okay, you JPOG fans, here's a thing right from JPOG. Happy now? Bismarck is trying to do something bad to me, bro. Hood, stop fighting Bismarck! Oh no, you've got pet troubles too? Cash and stuff like that. And then environment. This is where you would go to tweak the settings. Let's make it infrequent storms, normal terrain, and we'll just have Jurassic World coloring. So let's get started. Because here is where things get really, really fun. And I'm gonna finagle with it because I'm really curious to see if I can, like, put negative traits into something to get points back to buff positive traits elsewhere. Ha, Soyona Santos. Still no benches or trash cans. 0 out of 10. Well, funny you mention that. No trash cans. But since the decoration patch, there's been tables and chairs and things like the things you would see on the buildings as like amenity decorations, you could just place freely in the wild, depending on your era. And since we're doing the Jurassic Park era, that includes tents, tables and chairs, certain types of fountains and signs and things like that. So, for instance, if I were to go to decorations, just as an example, you can see a helipad sign or a banner. Or let's go down here to fountains, where we have fountains and lights, tables and chairs with umbrellas up or umbrellas down. They added a new decoration, which is this thing. That's hilarious that they added that as a specific decoration. Tents, as I've mentioned before, cages. These will come to later. Olympic and Britannic. Oh, I'm new here to this live stream. Oh, I see. Anywho, when you gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah, and now here is the really cool shit. Now there's a specific category for decorations that have lights in them. And why is that important? Because you can customize the lights. Let's have a few of these here, right? You can already see they're kind of yellowish in color. Let's edit the colors. The game immediately goes to night mode. You can see the tutorial here, and thus you can see what it looks like when it lights up. Let's say you want red lights. You want a red light, or a green light, or a blue light, or a purple light. You can do that. You can recolor individual lights. Or you can, and because of the color customization feature, which has been slightly tweaked for this, you can pick pretty much whatever color you want. If you want, like, I'm gonna see the Giga movie version. I don't know if you were here last time, but you know what? I think just for the sake of argument, sure, we'll do the movie Giga. But there you go. You can change the lights, and now orange is the new default. So you can change that accordingly, and that's for anything that has a light, including classic lights, any fountains that feature lights, and, well, you'll see. For now, though, we should probably build the essentials, including an arrival point. Let's just... So you're saying orange is the new black? Absolutely. Boom! Instantly built, so I don't have to pause and time shit anymore, which is super cool. Power station. Which we'll just have that for now. Now, I do wonder if this also applies to fencing. Also, you can see now an overcrowding menu when you're placing paths, so you can see what is crowded and how to relieve congestion, which I think is super cool. This isn't really going to be a flavored park. This will just be to show off some of the new critters and other changes, so we'll just build that, build this, and build this. Now you can customize this with whatever things you want, as always. However, you have new decorations. Now, you don't actually have new rooftop decorations. These have not changed, but they're still customizable as always. So let's put that back. But what has changed is the ground decor, especially for the Jurassic Park version. So, which I think this is a cross promotion. So we have rock planters, that's old. Lights and planters, that's old. Skulls, that's old. Jurassic World, that's old. That's old. That is old. This is new. And so is this. And so is this. And so is this. And that's old. These are new. These are new. These are new. These are new. These are old, 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 old. And there you go. There's quite a few new things. And this can be applied to any and all... If the park's closed, why are there people there? Any and all of your amenities. So I could have, like, copper sculptures here. I could have some of the bamboo poles over here. You get the idea. But... Oh, forgot about this. Why don't we set the sandbox to be nighttime? If I can do that. Gameplay. Where is my... Where's my, Did they phase out? No, they couldn't have. Accessibility, screen setup, sandbox settings, gameplay. No. Here we go. Make it nighttime. There. Now it's nighttime. This is just for the sake of argument. Throw on the upgrades, because why not? Because now we're going to build this. And there's a reason for that. Park building just got a hell of a lot faster, and now I can actually show off the update in time instead of having to labor through stuff. There. Now we have a full aquarium. Check this out. Now we can go inside. That'll be important later. For now, though, we're going to create this. Wait, am I... What? What are we asking here? I don't understand what you're asking. There you, so I eat. What are you asking me, Titanic? Okay, here's another thing you can do. You can do this in aviaries too, but you get to pilot a drone now. You'll notice there's a scanning function. I'm trying to tell if Mosa's here. No, we have not brought a Mosasaur, and we're not going to for this one. But Mosa is an option. Tranquilize. And there's a new stimulant, which will wake up tranquilized creatures. I think this is honestly the most useless of the things in the game, but... I mean, drone. I'm not going to say no to a free drone. Now... Let's see if I do advanced equipment. Guarantees... Oh! Guarantees... Okay, so they updated the advanced equipment, so synthesis is always successful. Cool. Sad Megamind. Well, I'm not going to put the Mosa in here, but the Mosa... Here. Just for solidarity, Mosasaurus is right there. But... Wretched Spute. Green glowy, yellow glowy, or blue glowy? Oh. The stream was lagging. Damn. Okay. So they're gonna come back. Green glowy. It's like the nuclear radiation that probably caused that. Okay, cool. Okay, let's see. Oh, no. Okay, so, unfortunately, it is the worst case scenario where you have available modifications. Okay, cool. But you can alter it backwards. So, I want my sound back. Wait, that thing is bigger than me? Oh god, I'm small. Well, yes it is. It's 30 feet long. Anyway, so let's just do the usual gene mods. There we go. Okay, now let us breed it. And then I think I'm going to breed my own. I'm going to take the yellow glowy, and I'm going to have... Limpopo River. So, while we're waiting there, let's take a look at the aquarium. Let's take a look at the lagoon. It's serviceable, I guess. But, you know, serviceable is one thing, and I'm usually okay with serviceable-looking things. I'm not huge on decoration. But some people are. So... why don't we take a look at the lagoon, decorations, shall we? They come in two main types. One type is the what's on the sides here. So unfortunately, you can't place it with the marine reptile feeders, but you have Lagoon Pillars Classic, Lagoon Fountains, Lagoon Planters, and Lagoon Banners Class 1. So you have various different things, and I imagine these are different in the Jurassic World era, which we will test out for the next part. However, these ones with the water icon, you must place them in the lagoon, which is where this comes in. You can now see what you're doing down here, which is necessary because how else are you going to decorate it if you can't see what you're doing? So you have lights, You have sunken cages. You have more lights. You have rocks. You have thermal vents, which I thought was super freaking cool. You have sunken boats. There's another rock. Then there's coral. And last but certainly not least, which we'll do once we hit this button here and this button here. And my sister's scared of the Moza. Don't worry, we're not going to put the Moza in here. But check this out. Those of you who liked Fallen Kingdom, yeah, that is the Indominus Rex skeleton as a decoration for the lagoon. How fucking cool is that? Now, I know people are going to want this thing to be available on land, but I don't know, I kind of like it here. Yeah, so lagoon customization is a thing. Oh, they did add one more Jurassic era sign, which is specifically for the Spinosaurus. I'm just gonna plonk that there so that you can see it. There you go. So that's what I write home about, but it's nice for those of us who like Spinosaurids. Now, while I'm here, and I mentioned this earlier, let's take a quick peek at the new drone thingamajig. Where is cute? I don't know if I'm actually going to let people in here, but it's a good habit to keep. Now I mentioned this before, and it's always going to be cool to repeat mentioning, but you used to not be able to do this, but now I have manual control of the drone that they would send in here. They should have Hyperloop rails like they have in Dominion. They actually do. I'll do that for the next one. But if you have the Biosyn, DLC and use the Biosyn buildings thing, you have the Hyperloops in the game. So I'll be sure to show that off. I'll be sure to show that off again shortly. Just for the sake of things, I'm just gonna do this. Then these guys like sand, I remember. Oh my god, I predicted the past. So good. Alright, now let's take a look. Barbarodactylus. For these guys, I'm just gonna randomize it. These guys are actually not very generous with how many gene mods you can have. So now, what about that big bird, the pterosaur, the Quetzalcoatlus? We will not be using that either because if you want to check out the Dominion stuff, I do have some Dominion stream stuff on the PC version. Can you merge all the building styles? Yes, you can. You can have all the buildings from every era available to you. So you can do a Hyperloop system combined with Jurassic aesthetics if you so chose. But you have to have a Biosyn type building that would allow that. So the Biosyn power plant and the viewing towers from the Biosyn expansion, you would have to, that would work because those use the Hyperloop. Let's speed this up because we're going to be here for an age if we don't. And for those wondering, just for the sake of argument, yes, you can place buildings on paths. Or decorations on paths. Any decoration. Unless it's an aquarium one. But you can't put an aquarium one on land anyways. But I mean, you can put a bathroom here. Or I can put the Velociraptor paddock on the path. And now we have Barbarodactylus at the ready. Those guys will take a little while to cook, but we're almost ready with the Styxosauruses. So, in about 10 seconds here, so I'm going to, for shiggles, Wait, can I? Wait, I probably wouldn't be able to, huh? No. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. We're going to release Wretched Spoots' Styxosaurus first. Is there a statue of John Hammond? No. And that is a wildly missed opportunity. Look at this thing! Look at this thing! Look at them! I love them so much! How can you hate these things? That's not how Velociraptor goes. Yes, I know. That is... Well, that's not where the Velociraptors go, but they do get shoved in there during the part of the movie with the cow. By the way, if these guys were uncomfortable, they would actually start to crash against the rim of the tank and hurt themselves. That's another new addition. And here's mine. Sometimes subtlety is the best. Look at these things. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it totally looks like they have like glowing eyes too. Yum, 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 yum. Oh yeah, here's another thing that they did. People were Oh, that's right. Okay. Shattered above ground tanks, so the flood. Yeah. So first off, you can see they wickedly improved the clarity. So now I can actually see the creatures in the tank. But here's another thing. Notice that I'm moving seats. I'm changing where I am. This is a new addition that lets you choose where you want to be. In the last update, they also added this highlight thing in case you're having trouble seeing what you're supposed to be able to see. But anything and everything that allows you to view the creatures, including these guys, gives you different camera angles. See? Pretty sweet. And that applies to pretty much anything. Like if I decided, I don't know, just for shiggles, I wanted this. Wanted a viewing platform that would look into the aviary. I don't know why you would, but let's say you do. You have this view. And then this view that looks over to the tank. And then this back view. And then this view over here. So it's the 4 different views that you would have had if you would have had this thing in the game. Can we have a bunker just in case? Sure, there's nobody in the park and it's not going to be... Ah, yes, my favorite dino. Fence. Yes, I know, but don't worry. In about 30 seconds here, the Barbarodactyluses will be released. And then we'll go to a Biosyn park so that I can show... Or we'll make a Biosyn park so that I can show you the Hyperloop system. Because it's actually really fucking cool. Also comes with invisible fence. I think I made that a little bit too free. All right. Barbarodactylus.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Kajal Dua. I'm something of a perfectionist, and I demand it in others. So I expect that you'll do your best. I just wanted to make that clear.
Oh yeah, the preserve was awesome.
And welcome.
And you know what? We'll go back there.
Although I find myself tasked with assessing the danger that these prehistoric animals pose, I can't help but be in awe of these stunning creatures. The Barbarodactylus, for instance, casts a striking shadow thanks to its boomerang-shaped wingspan. Let's just keep them safely contained, okay? I'm not sure I'd trust them to come back of their own accord.
They made Dr. Dua kind of funny. I approve. There you go. Barbarodactylus and Styxosaurus. Oh yeah. Oh wow. You can even see their glow from way up here. That is sick. And then of course you could do that. But remember earlier how I said, check it out. Alright. So I'm going to trank one of my Styxosaurs here. They're like the glowing ghoul shark, eh? Yep. Now check this out. Stimulant. You apply the stimulant, and the animal wakes back up instantly. Pretty cool stuff, if I say so myself. And, what's even cooler, is you can take pictures from the drone. From the fourth one. Yeah. By the way, feel free to screenshot this picture. I'm actually quite proud of it. Now, let us get out of here. I think they do, actually. Just remember that I turned off vehicle aggression. So it's not totally accurate to the thing, but I imagine that is a thing. Now let's go to Biosyn Sanctuary for the other two. Now, Biosyn Genetics Buildings is its own category you can put anywhere. But because Biosyn Sanctuary is also a playable map, let's double down, shall we? We'll have this. I predicted the past again. Maybe. I don't know 100% for sure. But, okay, let's turn this off. And, okay, we enabled infinite gene modification points, and we'll do unlimited traits. Actually, let's turn this all on, just because I can. And I think that will do. Why did some of these settings change? I don't remember changing these at all. I guess they must have just changed because of certain things, like the instant construction and such. That would make sense. We'll keep the instant construction just for this one. Calm. Let's do Jurassic World Alpine for this one. Now, on this map in particular, dinosaur forest needs are super high. So, just keep that in mind. What do you get when you cross an old Scotsman in a white polo with an amber cane with a vision and a park full of dinos? Giga, no, stop! Mr. Britannica. You get what you fucking deserve, Dodgson. Okay, so do you see this orange line here from the map that doesn't seem to cut through the trees or anything? By the way, this research compound doubles as the entrance, so fun. This is the Hyperloop line. Now, you have the hydropower hub, which generates power like a power station, but does not require any pylons. You just need substations and a Hyperloop connection or a path connection. But in this case, we're going to do a Hyperloop connection. Boom. Now we have a Hyperloop connection. Let's have another one. Let's say up here. There are 3 points of contact for most of these buildings. So what I can do is that I can also connect them by path. And now, et voila. Roads are for those Roman nerds. Yeah, now we have the Hyperloop system. Let's take that a step further, shall we? Let's do a hatchery. That's backwards. Here we go. An invisible... Well, we don't need an invisible gate per se, but we definitely need a fence. Or in this case, an invisible fence. Okay, it looks like the fence building here is instant, which is great. Now, let's add, for attraction's sake, we have research viewing galleries, viewing platforms, the avian and things about, and the guided tour, which is by vehicles, which we will play around with in a little bit. But now there's this. The research outpost, which is Hyperloop enabled. Meaning that you can put this viewing thing in the middle of a paddock and not have to worry about the dinosaurs eating anyone. Let's clear a little bit of space from around here because I know exactly what's going in here. Otherwise... There we go. Now let's build... Now let's get our creature features ready. So, let's... Spear Funeral. You must have seen the new episode of Primal. Anyways, keep the spoilers light, please. And in fact, with Australo Venator here, we're just going to make it random. Oh wait, that's right. Infinite mods. Ta-da! Fully modified. 100% chance for every single trait. Let's go. Okay. Show view. Now let's see. Oh, now you can see the Hyperloop stuff from the outside. Oh, that's cool. Going down. Okay, I won't talk about that. No spoilers in this chat. All right. "11 traits." Stupid. Literally everything. That is so ridiculous. I love it. Now, while we're waiting for that to cook... Hello. While we're waiting for that to cook, let's do something big. Because remember, keep in mind, this is Biosyn, but it also includes anything from the Department of Fish and Wildlife in terms of things. So, anything that they may not have in the... that Biosyn may have not had in the movie, like, say, guided tours, we have access to. So, if I were to do this... Now I have this. Build the tour, build the tour, build the tour. There. Now, the fun thing about the tours now is that they have added a new feature. You can... Well, first off, in one of the last updates, you can choose how spaced out the vehicles are. But more importantly, you can choose which direction the tour goes. Do you want it to go clockwise around the paddock or anti-clockwise around the paddock? The more vehicles you add along the path, the more likely it is dinosaurs will become frustrated. So if there's too much paparazzi, the dinosaurs will get pissed and attack the jeeps. So cool stuff. Now, just for the sake of this, because this is also part of it, advanced equipment, additional bays. Okay. Alamosaurus. Just gonna randomize. Alamosaurus, which takes a really long time to make, by the way. Now let's take a look, because the next thing that's changed is a couple of changes to the likability of certain creatures. Now, all ornithomimosaurs, so that's Archaeornithomimimus, Gallimimus, imagine it's a tour of the park, but it's all Hyperloops and nobody actually gets to see anything. It's only 2 minutes long. Love it. But the ornithomimosaurs, like Gallimimus and this Archaeornithomimus here, now like ceratopsids. Oh, you want me to keep it clean? I'll do my best. Hadrosaurs, like Edmontosaurus and Parasaurolophus, now also like ceratopsids. And ceratopsids now like most other ceratopsids and ornithomimosaurs and hadrosaurids. There are some exceptions, though. So Nazutoceratops does not like Chasmosaurus or Pentaceratops. Do not put them together. Triceratops does not like Styracosaurus, Torosaurus, or Sinoceratops. And likewise, Torosaurus does not like Triceratops, Styracosaurus, Sinoceratops, or Pachyrhinosaurus. Man, Torosaurus is just cantankerous. So, I just noticed all of your people are named after boats. I'm not even going to bother with the rest of the mods. I'm just going to throw that into the ring. But as you'll be able to see, thanks to the new mods, or thanks to the new changes and what they like and what they don't like, now I can have an accurate Maastrichtian Cretaceous North American paddock with virtually no concerns. The only real concern is that I'd have to decide between ornithomimosaurs and hadrosaurs if I want to have a Pachycephalosaurus. But that is ultimately optional, and in fact, just to demonstrate the succinctness of this point, I'm going to do this. We're just going to have these guys in Le Paddock. Where is my leafy climbers? There we are. Fibrous ground cover. Put that close by too. Cycad covering. I'll put that there too. And then seed plants all over, because Alamosaurus loves this stuff. Okay. And while we wait, I'm going to go find Edmontosaurus and throw that into the mix too. Yeah, have to wait until the lab empties. But Oh, Marmaduke. The next Jurassic movie should be about them genetically engineering the Triassic Kraken and eating the Mosa to kill it to death. The fact that that is even a paleontological thing is hilarious. Struthio, I must go.
Hey, my name is Isaac Clement, and it's great to finally meet you. I hope you're ready, because the dinosaurs can't wait to meet you too.
I'm sure they can't.
Look at an ostrich or emu, then look at this latest dinosaur, the Struthiomimus, and tell me you don't see a connection. This is one of the more bird-like dinosaurs that we've brought back from extinction. It literally has a beak instead of teeth. It's an herbivore that prefers to move in herds. Overall, a fantastic addition to the park.
Weather conditions intensified.
All right. Now, about that Australovenator. Look at these guys. Thanks, grass. They usually strike a pretty cool pose here, but unfortunately the grass blocked it. I'm very upset that you guys missed that, but,
I'm Dr. Kajaldur. And while you're keeping an eye on the dinosaurs, I'll be keeping an eye on you. The Australovenator has been labelled the cheetah of its time, and I can certainly see why. Here we have a hunter with terrific speed, power, and focus. The makeup of a perfect prehistoric predator, really. Just don't get spotted, because there's no way you're going to outrun this one.
thanks for the confidence boost. Can the Mosa just have an entire spin-off series where it turns out she's an ancient god who protected Earth from those who sought to... Are you trying to turn the Mosa into Godzilla, Wretched Spewed? Is that what you're doing? Still wouldn't be as bad shit as some of the JP3 concepts. You know what? You got me there. You got me there. I just gotta check because that comment actually ran a little bit too long. So I have to see what exactly that says. Who sought to destroy it? I hate the fact that you're not wrong about that. Also, yeah, by the way, incubation for the Alamosaurus is 9 minutes. 9 minutes. You may have to speed this up a little bit. But yeah, normally on most normal maps, you'll have Alamosaurus will need like half of its enclosure to be food. So, what fun. One other thing I should also mention too about Alamosaurus, or about the dinosaurs, is that on desert maps or alpine maps, dinosaurs could be more likely to get the hungry or thirsty trait, just because of the environment, which I thought was super cool. A super cool addition. Now for the trikes. And then I'll just throw in the Advantosaurs.
My name is George Lambert. Now, you'd think that dealing with prehistoric animals would be a problem. And you'd be right, as you probably discovered. But it's the unpredictability that really keeps us on our toes. Sure, the scientists can bring dinosaurs back, but fences can keep them in. Without them, the fences, I mean, none of this is possible.
Which is funny, because the fences are fucking invisible.
What can be said about the Triceratops? This is one of those dinosaurs that really defines our business. People want to see them, and we want to share them with the world. Don't let that fearsome appearance fool you. Those horns are mostly for defense and impressing other Triceratops.
Let's try something.
This animal is an herbivore. It can be a star attraction or a security nightmare if it turns those horns on our fencing.
Indeed. There. I'm gonna cut some of this down.
Interesting. An Edmontosaurus. This is an herbivore that can move on all 4 feet or go upright and walk on its hindquarters. We should be able to control and monitor this species more easily than some of the others. Use that to your advantage as you plan out the park.
And now we're literally just waiting for some of the other critters to be done. Yeah, because Alamosaurus is going to take 5 more minutes. Australovenator is going to be done in 2. And Ankylosaurus is going to be also done in 2 minutes. So... so let's speed things up a little bit. Let's see if we have any different decor here. I just realized that there's actually guest problems. Okay. Okay. Well, first off, I'm glad we came here because, check it out. Dominion era shenanigans. Biosyn genetics fountains, lights of all kinds. Some sculptures. Oh, they added a new thing, the trailer office. Cool. Storage shack, cool. Maintenance cover, cool. Nice. And we still have lagoon decor. These do not change. Okay. What I'm actually going to do, because I don't want to, I choose not to be annoyed by this, is I'm closing the park. Fuck it. Not open to the public. Get out of here. Is Owen's cabin an option? I don't think so. No, it's just this trailer office. I think this is like where no, not Dr. Sattler. Somebody was in this though. It's odd. Anyways, the Ankylosaurs are done. I'll just release them now. You guys have seen an Ankylosaur before, so we're just going to move back on to the Australovenator. I cleared some of the grass out, so hopefully you can actually see this animation this time. Okay, a little bit better, but the angle is still fucked. Oh, man. I tried. I really tried.
They call this the Ankylosaurus. I call it an armored ball of walking, breathing trouble. Still, some might call it charming, amusing, delightful. Each to their own.
Oh, my face. I should check and see what the other stuff is. Also, I am not going to allow daytime, nighttime to be a thing. Thanks. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unleash the Alamosaurus! Oh, I didn't see this angle before. I saw a different angle. Look at this thing! Ah! Thanks for telling him to shut up for me. Oh, fantastic. Today's just full of things getting in the way of the cool shit. fucking cool is that, though, eh? Check it out. Alamosaurus. Alongside a bunch of other contemporaries from its time. Maybe not its place, but pretty damn close. It definitely lived with Triceratops. So, yeah. Why is the comfort level not going down? Looks like some of the settings got kerfuffled while I was messing around. But, yeah. Uh-oh. Everybody's flipping out. But yeah, that's pretty much the update. The only thing I would have to check and see would be some potential decoration changes in the Jurassic World side of things. But that would... It might be smart for me to just open a Jurassic World park that I've already made and have a look from there. Because it would just be any new decorations that I could place. Let's do Jurassic World. Yeah, we'll do this Jurassic World England. Just so that I can have a look at any potential new decor. It's a dino, isn't it? Alright. So, yeah, here we are. This is a Jurassic World park. Let's take a look at decorations. Large man aviary. Okay, so nothing new here. Oh, that's right. I think some of the planters are new. Yeah, nothing new. But, I mean, there's a Spinosaurus skeleton, so... Bloody hell is this? Oh, here we go. Here we go! This is what I'm talking about. I knew there would be something new for the lagoon stuff. Do I have a lagoon? I don't think I do. No, I think I split it into two because of the various things. Motherfucker. The UK is a small map, but it should give you an idea regardless. It's big honking things. And then Jurassic World Mosasaurus banners! Hold the frickin' phone. I didn't know the Spinosaurus skeleton was lit up. That's cool. That's cool. Alright, though, that is actually going to do it, pretty much. What did you guys think of this update? What are you excited by? Is there any changes you want to see to this game? I'm all ears at the minute. And just for shiggles, I'm going to go back to the species viewer while I wait for some more thoughts to come in. Britannia. We love it. Oh, and just for you, Titanic, because we didn't quite get to it, there you go. Your abomination. You're welcome. Can you tell I prefer... Can you tell that I prefer the normal Giga over this thing? Arr, arr. I can't believe they compared this thing to the Joker in a press conference. Like, what are you on about, people? And it wouldn't be a Jurassic World Evolution 2 stream on the Chamber of the Wraith if it didn't have an appearance from Edna Scissor Chicken. Marketing people always... That's goofy. I love that. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye!